tell you a little bit about myself. You just heard it, but I have a bachelor's degree in engineering, a doctorate in law. I gave up a promising law career to move to India to work with slum children and at-risk youth. I've won a pageant, actually 2. I am a Facebook influencer. I have 4.8 million fans on Facebook. I am a dancer. I'm an aspiring actress. And as you can see, I'm in a wheelchair. So a lot of people look at me and, they don't ask because they don't want to be impolite, but they wonder how. How did I do all of this? And the answer is 2 words. 2 words that I have chosen to remove from my life, and those 2 words are, I can't. I can't. I said it, you've said it, we've all said it, we've felt it, we've believed it, we've let it hold us back. I was just 10 years old when my family and I were in a devastating car accident. One moment I was sleeping in the back seat of my parents' car with no worries in the world, and the next moment there were ambulances all around and doctors told my parents I would never walk again. I used to sit and cry for hours. After the accident, my first thought whenever I had to learn something new was, I can't. It was so much easier to say, I can't, than to actually try and keep trying, as I had to learn to put on my clothes sitting in a wheelchair. I had to learn how to push my wheelchair. I had to learn how to transfer from my wheelchair to the bed. I had to learn how to face the stares, the whispers, the pitying looks. I felt like my life was over. My dreams were shattered. I was never going to be able to be anything. I was never going to be able to do anything. I could have easily said, I can't, and given up on life. But I didn't. Just 3 months after the accident, I returned to school. I was in the 6th grade. I ran for student body president, and I won. I participated in the school play. I danced on stage. I even participated in sports, all while seated in this wheelchair. I can't. Every regret starts with it. All hope ends with it. It is the universal excuse to not even try. So as a teenager, somehow through a mix-up, I received an invitation to participate in the Miss Teen of Washington pageant. Now, like many little girls, I had the dream of being a beauty queen, but I knew I can't. So the first thing I did was I called the pageant director and I told him, I'm in a wheelchair. He didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. Who'd ever heard of a girl in a wheelchair in a beauty pageant? But I tried anyways, and I ended up winning, and I became the first person in the world in a wheelchair to win a pageant where the other girls were not in a wheelchair. I can't. Don't say it, don't feel it, don't believe it, and do not let it hold you back. I was always a straight A student, so after high school, when it came time to go to college, I was terrified. There were thousands of students, and the campus was huge if you've ever been to the UW. I didn't even know how I was going to get from class to class. But I went anyways. And I ended up graduating near the top of my class with a bachelor's degree in engineering. And I went on to law school and I graduated with highest honors. I can't. I didn't say it. I chose not to feel it. I refused to believe it. And I did not let it hold me back. I then worked for one of the world's leading aerospace companies. Many of you have heard of it, Boeing. And I also went on, after law school, I worked for a leading law firm. I clerked for 2 federal level judges. I was on partnership track. But all this while, I basically wanted one thing from life. I wanted to change the world. I wanted to make a difference. I think that's why I switched from engineering to law, because I thought that I would be able to help people even more. And I did for a while. I did a lot of cases free of charge for people who couldn't afford it. But it wasn't enough. So I started volunteering. I volunteered at community centers, the juvenile jail, homeless shelters, hospitals, schools, but it still wasn't enough. So then I decided to leave my job and I moved to India to work with slum children and at-risk youth. And I haven't looked back since. Where people see me and they think that I need help, I have dedicated my life to helping others. Why? Because I can. I once read that Thomas Edison failed 900 times before he invented the light bulb. I read that Michael Jordan was rejected from his high school's varsity basketball team. Oprah Winfrey, she was fired from her job at a TV station and told that she would never have a career in television. But all these people went on to be hugely successful because they refused to say, I can't. You know, whenever I talk to people about my life, a lot of times people say, I wish I could do something like that. And I always ask them one question: what's holding you back? And today I want to ask all of you, what's holding you back? And I'm sure if you were to answer this question honestly, it would include the two words, I can't. I can't because I'm too young. I can't because I'm inexperienced. I can't because I'm not rich enough, because I'm not talented enough, because no one's going to listen to me. I can't because I don't know how. I can't because I'm just an ordinary person. I can't. What if Malala Yousafzai had said, I can't? I'm too young. I'm just a girl. No one's going to listen to me. What if Mother Teresa had said, I can't. I'm not a doctor. I don't have a lot of money. I'm not even Indian, so how can I work in India? What if Martin Luther King Jr. had said, I can't. No one's going to follow me. Who's ever heard of a peaceful revolution? I'm just an ordinary person. Today, I want to encourage you guys throughout life, whenever you think or you start doubting yourself, just remember two words: I can.